But with your naturopathology,
Naturopathy.
not pathology, naturopathy.
Oh, that would be a separate field.
Yeah,
I
that's
suppose.
it. That's it. But you encompass so many different things, like we talked about ADD before, and now diet.
Yes.
And what about emotional problems?
Well, it really depends on the client. Sometimes their emotional problems come from their lifestyle or the food, even certain foods. If you're, again, like I said, if you're not getting enough cholesterol in your diet, you are going to be, you might be more violent and aggressive, and you might be feeling depressed and suicidal and not knowing why. So that might be something to be addressed. If I really feel like a client is truly suffering, then I will refer them out to a colleague of mine by the name of Heather Ambler. She works wonders with clients, and I've worked with her for myself when I feel myself getting a little stressed out, having 3 kids and trying,
And
having a practice
full-time
and
practice.
Yeah, it can be a little tricky.
How do you do it?
I have a great partner. My husband is an incredible man. My children are, for the most part, pretty flexible, and I just try to keep a healthy outlook on and stay present, stay always focused on the now and not what I could be doing or should be doing or should have been doing. Or
So you can, as they say, live in the moment.
Yes, yeah. And at the same time be organized. Plan ahead. Plan my meals ahead. Know that tonight I have to defrost the pork roast, which we're going to cook on Sunday night for dinner.
So then how do you stay in the moment? Because that's not staying in the moment. It doesn't sound like if you're thinking about defrosting the pork roast.
Well, it's both. I'll sit down and I put a menu together for our week, which helps me tremendously. Because otherwise, on certain days where I don't get home till 5:30, my children are hungry. Mom, I'm hungry. And I go, order pizza. It's the first thing that comes to my mind. Let's just order pizza tonight. And, but then I look at my menu and I go, I've got broccoli and, cabbage, and I've got chicken breasts that are defrosted, or a whole chicken that's defrosting, and or I've already put the stew in the oven or in the crock pot in the morning. I don't have to worry about it.
Pizza's not good either? Oh,
Homemade
Jennifer.
pizza's great. Homemade pizza's great. You have to, depends on where you get it. Really depends on where you get it.
Where's a good place to get it? Of course, we're not supposed to plug. But
I don't know. I just moved back here in June. Things have changed so much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to talk to the restaurateurs and see what they're making and what they're putting in their crusts and in their sauces.
How often do you go out for dinner?
Not very often. And usually we get a babysitter, and my husband and I will go by ourselves.
How nice.
Our children are too young.
That's very nice to hear. So when you go out to dinner, do you have to choose a very special restaurant, where they're going to make food that's compatible
Well,
with...
it's difficult. There are a lot of really healthy restaurants in San Francisco. There are a couple in San Jose. I urge any restaurateurs in the area that this is a great field, a great area that hasn't been really developed here on the peninsula, in the Mountain View, Los Altos area. Country Gourmet is maybe a good place to go. But we try to go to high-quality restaurants that we know and just eat, things that seem to feel good. And, Petite Bistro in Mountain View, or Los Altos. I guess they're still on the Los Altos side. That's a wonderful restaurant, too. And that's, sort of our once every 6 months. Get to go out.
Special.
Yeah.
So you have a practice full-time and...
Hard time right now, but yeah.
3 children.
Yeah.
And a darling husband.
Yeah.
And you cook. I mean, I'm amazed.
Love to cook.
You love to
cook. Yeah. Especially when I can get my kids in there helping, peeling carrots, whatever. I mean, that's what I really urge my clients, especially families. Get the whole family involved. Peeling carrots, setting the table, stirring things, flipping pancakes, whatever. Everyone can get involved.
Well, you should have your own TV show, Jennifer.
Maybe one day.
You could cook. You could tell people how to be healthy.
Yeah.
And we haven't talked. Well, I think we're just about out of time. But you feel that exercise is paramount too.
Movement.
It doesn't have to be at the gym.
No, because if you hate exercising, no. If you like yoga, if you like dancing around the living room with your partner, great. Or my husband, I think he gets all of his exercise wrestling on the floor with our 3-year-old. He does push-ups and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So.
But in other words, keep moving.
Keep moving.
Yeah.
Get outside. Turn off the computer for 20 minutes and take a walk every day.
Well, you're really something else.
Thank you.
I am so glad that we've had this show with you.
Me too.
And I'm sure we could do a third one too, right?
Maybe in a few weeks.
Yeah, yeah. But we really have run out of time, and I want to thank you so much,
You're very
Jennifer.
welcome. You're welcome. My
And
pleasure.
I really, if I have my dietary, emotional problems, honey, I'm coming to you.
Right.
But may
I'll
I
be
have
there.
Kentucky Fried Chicken once in a while? I don't eat it more than once every 6 months. And I want to thank our crew. We have just an excellent crew, really talented, conscientious, cooperative, and talented. And I want to thank our audience for watching. And I can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Again,